Hi, Dr. Golden. Welcome to Mercy Home, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. It was great.
In 2005, you wrote a book titled War on the Family, Imprisoned Mothers and the Families They Leave Behind. And it was also the title of your workshop today, which I may add went very well, and the audience response was really positive. Now, given your extensive experience and research in this area, help us understand why this issue of imprisoned mothers, why should it be important? Why is it important to us? And why is it important to society?
You know, there's been a 400% increase in the incarceration of women, 80% of whom are mothers. And the crime of most of these women, and I don't say this metaphorically or lightly, is really that they were poor and were in crisis. I say that because 80% of them have committed, quote, nonviolent crimes, drug-related. A lot of their addictions result from the fact that here in Illinois, 80% of them were sexually or physically abused when they were younger, or even sometimes in their teen years. So they begin to self-medicate. Or in some cases, there's no capital in their community, so they might carry drugs for a boyfriend, or they might sell drugs just to support themselves. So in every case, I'm using this notion of poverty as one of the reasons that these women get in trouble, which isn't to say that most poor people become, quote, criminalized, but there's a way in which we do criminalize poverty. That is, people who are desperate will, out of suffering they've had in the past, will use drugs to deal with their pain. So the scale is huge. I mean, we're talking about quadruple, the number of women, and specifically mothers. And once you have imprisoned a mother, and they're going down for drug-related crimes for an average of 4 years, and that means for children during their childhood, that's 4 years that can never be recovered, and often it begins to destroy the family. So that destruction of poor families, specifically families of color, I've tried to say there's a new book out called The New Jim Crow, and it's talking about the imprisonment of black people as a form of re-enslavement, literally. So much more could be said, but it seems to me that this is a hidden, insidious reality that few people know about. In fact, it stigmatizes a family and creates trauma in the mother and the child, and yet people blame these women who themselves were victimized, who now are imprisoned and punished, and then their children are punished. And so it's just this vicious cycle in which we allow whole segments of our population to become disposable.